the Road Traffic Act, Part 4, Licensing of Drivers. Restriction on driving without permit or driver's license. Section 20, Restriction on driving without a permit or a driver's license, etc. Subsection 1, a person shall not drive a motor vehicle on a road unless the person A. is the holder of a permit or driver's license entitling the person to drive that motor vehicle, and B. has the permit or driver's license in the motor vehicle while driving. Alright, so you must always have the license in the motor vehicle. It's not a case that you can say the license is at home and the officer will stop you, allow you to present the license after a certain time. You must have it in the motor vehicle. Alright, subsection 2. A person shall not employ or permit another person to drive a motor vehicle on a road unless the person so employed or permitted to drive is the holder of a driver's license entitling him to drive that motor vehicle, or as the case may be, a motor vehicle of that category. Alright, so before you employ or pay somebody to drive for you, make sure you see their driver's license, because as you see, you will be responsible. You would break, you would violate this subsection of the act if you do so, if you allow somebody without a driver's license to drive your vehicle. 3. Every holder of a permit or driver's license driving a motor vehicle on a road, that's subsection 3. Every holder or permit of a driver's license driving a motor vehicle on the road who is, alright, A. accompanying another person who is learning to drive a motor vehicle on a road, or are learning to drive a motor vehicle on the road, shall, on being so requested by a constable in uniform, or who shows his identifying document as a constable, to produce his permit or driver's license for examination by the constable. Alright? So somebody learning to drive, or if you yourself have somebody learning to drive, the police stop you, it's either you or that person will have to present that learner's permit. A person who contravenes subsection 1, 2, or 3, one of these subsections up here, commits an offense. Right. Application, grant, and refusal of permit or driver's license. Section 21. Application for driver's license and learner's permit. Subsection 1. Every person who is desirous of obtaining A. a learner's permit, or B. a driver's license shall apply to the authority in the prescribed form and manner to be issued with the permit or driver's license. Subsection 2, it shall be an offense to, alright, that means you mustn't do these, an offense to apply for or hold a permit or driver's license in circumstances where the applicant holds another permit or driver's license of the same class. So you already have a driver's license and you go and apply for another one of the same class. whether private, general, or open, or PPV. It's an offense to do so. B. To provide false or misleading information to the authority on the application under subsection 1. On an application under subsection 1. Right, subsection 3. An application under subsection 1 shall be accompanied by the prescribed application fee. Subsection 4. Where the authority thinks necessary, it may require an applicant for a permit or driver's license to furnish such additional information as documents as it specifies. 5. A person shall not hold or obtain a permit or driver's license while he holds another permit or driver's license of the same class that is in force, whether the permit or driver's license is suspended or not. So you must wait until the license suspended, or not, your license expires, or if your license is going to be expired, then that's the only reason why you should apply for another driver's license. That is to replace the driver's license that is going to expire. Subsection 6. For the purposes of subsection 5, 2 or more permits or driver's license shall, unless the contrary is proven by the licensee as deemed as having been granted to the same person, if his photograph appears thereon, notwithstanding the fact that the permit or driver's license are in the name other than his own. Alright, let me read this part again. For the purposes of subsection 5. Subsection 5. A person shall not hold or obtain a permit or driver's license while he holds another permit or driver's license of the same class that is in force. Alright. For the purposes of subsection 5, that section I read a while ago, 2 or more permits or driver's license shall, unless the contrary is proven by the licensee, shall be deemed as having been granted to the same person if his photograph appears thereon on that license, notwithstanding the fact that the permit or driver's license are in the name other than his own. Right, so this part makes provision where you can have 2 driver's license, but I'm thinking that one of them is about to expire. So you have the other one not yet in force, but will come in force after the previous one expires. So the new driver's license will take force on this date, and on the same day the old driver's license will expire.